Stop! Look down! It's a bug! You almost stepped on it! It could be quirky. BUGDOLL! The comic that made me constantly look at the ground where I'm walking against my will. Oh, yeah. Me? Who is me? Who am I? Hi! I'm S.A. Kupenda, a multi-genre fiction author who loves to talk about stories. Guys, I found another webcomic to talk about. What? It only has 3 chapters? There's not much to talk about? Oh, how wrong you are! Well, not about the 3 chapters. Yeah, it only has 3 chapters. Yeah, it only has 3 chapters, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways! So there! Ha! Take that! Anyways, I should probably provide some context for how I came across this BUGDOLL comic. Well, if I must, if you insist, I guess I shall. Well, so, you see, I was minding my own business when, after a series of events, someone ended up telling me that they made a webcomic, and I'm like, a webcomic, you say? And then bada pop, pop, pow, bing, boop, here I am. So let's get to talking, shall we? This is gonna be so fun. I don't know what this is. Oh no, what happened? Now I'm gonna spend like 15 minutes on this panel thinking about what I should wear. Oh brother, come on now. Pick something. Yeah, I think this is fitting. If there is one thing that I find striking about BUGDOLL, it'd be how the story is presented. Its story structure. If you watched the video I did on a past indie webcomic, you'd know I talked about how conveying plot whilst avoiding exposition and getting to character interactions afterward is really important. Yeah, BUGDOLL basically smacks that idea across the room and says, yeah, no, I'm gonna do it my way. And it does, and it does it really well. Of the 3 chapters, 2 of them are actually story chapters, and there is seemingly no plot to be seen, as they are both character introductions to our 2 main characters, Corky, the bug, and Troy, the doll maker. Other than that, we don't really get any plot conveyed to us. And you might think this is a bad thing, but actually, in the way it's done, I think it works really well. Because the author, Possetta, doesn't just withhold plot from us, but seemingly everything else that makes a story a story. Proper dialogue, world building, narration, character interactions. It just focuses on the main 2 characters, feeding us breadcrumbs of information. But again, Possetta does it really well. Each panel, the panel structure, is divided into image and narration. And the narration itself is not verbose at all. Very concise, discreet, very to the point and abrupt, and yet this makes every word seem purposeful. With so few words, you now start working with what you have, looking at the images to gain any sort of idea of what the world is, who this character is, what we're even doing here, and you figure out who this character is. You fall in love with them, you like them a lot, and you want to know even more about them. But there isn't anything else. The narration is cryptic and secretive. This withholding of information is mysterious. And that's how Possetta does it. She leads you in with very unique and striking character introductions, hooks you with the character's charm, but withholds everything else, so now you're left with wanting more. And now the mystery's afoot, and you're waiting for more chapters to come out. Please. I want more chapters to come out. I just want more chapters to come out. Why is every single comic that I do, there are chapters don't come out? This thing that we're talking about, I think it's genius, whether it's intentional or not. You know, the invoking of mystery and stuff. I quite like it. No, I love it! Anyways, I'm incoherently rambling at this point. So let's move on to yet another aspect of the story that shows tidbits and other things that hint to character development and plot. the framing and posing. So, the story's not biting, no dialogue, and even the narration is cryptic and mysterious. This is a mystery comic, by the way, so we really don't get much from even these character introductions, but we do get images of them, and sometimes an image can say a lot. Enter posing. A character's pose can tell a lot about their mannerisms. Take, for instance, Corky. The first time we see her is her walking with a notepad in her hands. She's intently looking at it, not where she's going. She seems relaxed, almost unaware of what's around her. And yet, is this really true? Because later on we see her dodge a person riding a bike and then someone walking. So clearly she is aware, but not paranoid. She talks about bugs and being squished, and yet she doesn't always pay attention to her surroundings. Pay attention to the things around her. Not in fear. Does this point to her being experienced or just skilled? She's been through this a lot, or is she just like that good that she no longer needs to do this? Look around. Other poses take a more melancholy sense, mimicking the narration. Is she not happy? Doesn't seem to be the case since she's shown resting on the ground with other bugs. And the narration says otherwise too, but we never do get to see her smile. Yes, that zipper thing is in her mouth. It's just a part of her jacket. It's confusing to me, I know too. We only get to see her smile right at the end with her smiling at a butterfly. What's special about a butterfly? It flies, and she can't. Her poses seem more of acceptance rather than outright joy. And the melancholy lingers, just a bit, whether intentional or not. Something is missing. You see what I mean? You can get a lot out of just a few well-crafted images, and there are so few, you have to be intentional with each one, it seems. And it's really well done here, whether intentional or not. And it doesn't just stop with posing, it's also the framing of the scene too. Like, take a look at the framing. The way things are positioned and aligned in the first snippet of Troy's introduction. His workshop, Emporium. It's framed in such a way as to make it look smaller, to notice its height. It could have been a top-down shot, but it was straight in front. Maybe a little bit lower, too, just to emphasize that size difference. To make it look quaint, but maybe to differentiate his shop, his style, from others. The direct next image is actually framed top down, where Troy is giving the old woman the doll that she asked for. His figure elevated, and the doll elevated too, him handing it down to her. It could symbolize the level he's standing on, this so-called perfection that we keep hearing about. But it could also be that he's literally handing a hand-me-down to the old lady, considering he doesn't think highly of perfect things, aka the doll. But look! After that transaction is done and dusted, we see his true thoughts, his disgust of perfection. And that first image after the shop closes is him looking up with annoyance, framed looking up at the elevation he despises, the perfection he abhors. Now, when he's going to his beat-up dolls and unfinished projects, he's framed walking down towards them, escaping perfection and into his comfort zone. Literally every frame after shows him pointed downwards in some way, with slight exception to the second to last image, but who's counting? And the elevation of that could be seen as just a reminder of what people see him as, since we're looking at him from behind. Not an accurate depiction, and the right next image is back to tilting down, which shows his face in a front view. Whatever. Suffice to say, I am maybe reading into this a bit much, but I really do think the framing can achieve this kind of implicit meaning into a comic. Both framing and posing can really say a lot with just so little. And boy, does this comic hide information from us. Need I remind us it doesn't tell any plot, any setting, any point of reference? No, nothing. It drip feeds us so sparingly that readers are led to imply details from the subtle points in the comic's phrasing. And yet, it's this absence of information that I think at that moment is serving to make this comic so interesting to me. So intriguing, if you will. Because it feels so mysterious. Mysterious. The absence of so much information makes the information there seems that much more important, that much more cryptic, and therefore much more mysterious. Meticulously matted down and therefore much more mysterious. Meticulously matted down in these mess-free, marvelous comic panels. This absence gives us something to yearn for, speculate for, and honestly, I cut out a lot of my speculation because it's kind of all over the place. But I tell you now, you can go to places here, like a lot. I was going places. But I was being incoherent. Yeah, we're not going that way. But I tell you can go places. The more I look at this comic, the more things I find. Like how in Troy's intro image, right, yeah, like in how Troy's intro image that displays his name, you can see like 2 versions in the right corner of him, smiling and secretly rustling his hair in frustration. But this can also point to the fact that he lives showing people a facade of himself, maybe a false perfection, so it feels connected there. But it doesn't stop there. But wait, there's more. Below that shows his name, and where his name was taken from, like Troy, so his name is Troy Mashka, from Matryoshka. I can't say Matryoshka. Matryoshka, there you go. Troy Mashka from Matryoshka, which is, you can look it up, is the name for Russian nesting dolls, Matryoshka is. And if you take it one step further, you can gather that this also shows that this man is hiding his true self under many layers of deception, hence the nesting dolls hiding the true inner one. Like, do you see it? Do you? It's so cool! Like, what? The amount of little details here that can be gotten is insane! It's so cool! But obviously, plot and story aren't the only things that you can get out of a webcomic. Did I mention the art is gorgeous? Like, just look at those designs! Corky's design has layers, literally. On the surface, you see this coat-stuffed look. This big, oversized coat turtleneck bit covering her whole, making her look like a big round ball full of reservedness. Her antenna and big eyes being staples, of course, with her always carrying this small notepad. But take away those layers, and you turn to a smaller, I can speak. But take away those layers, and you turn a small into an even smaller, with her now looking more relaxed and natural than ever. She's adorable. There's so much from the types of clothes to the socks and even her backpack. It looks like a beetle. So cool. Troy too. He's not as fantastical as Corky given the bugless features, but he still has a lot going for him. Square glasses that give him an analytical look to him, and yet he's an artist. So again, with the clashing facades. Green suit jacket and beige sweater with the sparkle patterns. A bow to top it all off. Standard yet refined. Standard yet refined. and the mole under his right eye completes the look and gives him a slight asymmetrical feel to him. Again, leading to the imperfection of him. Goodness, I keep getting more. Oh my goodness, I keep getting more. Ugh. I'm sure there is more I could say, but all I can think of is that he looks like Lloyd from Spy X Family. I'm right and you know it! Did I mention the backgrounds too? Look at them! They're so good! Just enough to make the world feel real. Yet, not enough to make us keep guessing as to what the world is like. And even what the rest of the Emporium could be too. You know, because like, the Emporium could like have secret rooms and stuff. I can see like there being like even more to it. But maybe it's just a standard Emporium, who knows? But you know, again, we don't see it a lot. We just see just a standard background. We won't really see the whole thing, so there could be even more doors that are hiding from us, you know? It's small, but it's bigger on the inside. Anyways, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah. But you know, the backgrounds just look so good. It's always a treat when comic artists draw their own backgrounds, don't you think? It's so hard, and I appreciate it a lot. There's also just the premise of a contrasting duo going out and solving weird and wacky mysteries together. And I mean, come on, bubbly and tired. It's the perfect combo! Like, this has so much potential, and just overall charm of this comic, you can't get it anywhere else. And honestly, like, I even talked before that this comic doesn't have character interactions, but you could technically say, well, it does in the 3rd chapter because the old woman and Choi. And also, you could technically count that there is character actions in the 2nd chapter because of Corky dodging some people. And honestly, Corky also is having character interactions with other bugs. So we have some interactions there, even if, you know, it's not named characters, but we got something. You know, we take what you get, and there's gonna be even more. I just like reading. Maybe I'm reading too into things. Anyways, but the comic, you know, it has a lot of charm. It has a lot of charm, and you can't. I mean, it's honestly like indie comics. Like, you can't get anywhere else. It's like so cute and cool and mysterious, and I like it a lot, and more and more and more. And I'm rambling now, so I should stop. Right. Thanks for watching the video. Go check out BUGDOLL, a new indie comic. She recently posted the 3rd chapter of Possetta, the author, and I just couldn't wait anymore to cover it. Not like I'm doing anything else. Okay. Yes, I know. I need to voice act part 2 of A Lie of a Life. Sheesh, calm down, okay? I'm busy. Okay, I know what it looks like, guys. I can't control it, okay? I just like the comic, alright? I'll voice act for it soon, I promise. I just want to do this video, but then soon, I promise I'll do the other thing. Put down the pitchforks, guys, put it down. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and comment down below your thoughts and theories about BUGDOLL and what you liked about it. Or about my nonsensical ramblings. Oh, and if you like the music that you're hearing, better yet, comment on one of Possetta's videos, too. All this music is from her channel, so go check it out. It's really bopping. Anyways, that's all from me now. Oh yeah, and subscribe to the Comic on Webtoons, her channel, and mine if you like it. If you like as well. No? Maybe if you want. That's all I have today. Now you won't stop looking at the ground and see all the bugs in your life. You're welcome. Stay safe. I love you all. And have a great rest of your day. Bye. I just realized after finishing this that I've totally skipped over the 1st chapter. Guys, the 1st chapter is also cool too. Like, it's only like an introduction to the entire comic, but the illustrations are so cute and nice and lovely and all full of the charm that I was talking about. And you should really check it out too, because I think every bit of a comic is so interesting, because even there, it gives some, you know, secret, because like this is apparently some sort of like expanded universe, maybe. Like, this is cool. Like, mysteries could be like games and videos too. Like, cool. Like, guys, check it out. Okay, we go. Bye. I'm going, bye.